What's up, everybody? We're back again with another set review. This is Kenshi, and if you have not played Kenshi, you are missing out. This is one of the best fucking games I've played in my fucking life. Probably have like, I don't know, I have a lot of fucking hours in Kenshi. Too many fucking hours in Kenshi. It's so good and has a lot of mods, so let's check out what my boss Seth thinks.
Seth here. Today, I'll be covering an educational game about the harsh realities of post-apocalyptic society. A game where you can be anything you want to be, do anything you want to do, as long as all the things you want to do are extremely illegal, morally dubious, and outright sadistic. A game where everything wants to either eat you, cook you, suck out your organs, or peel off your skin and use it as a rug. A game where being forced into slavery is considered a good outcome compared to having your arms and legs eaten off by a pack of giraffes. I'm talking, of course, about Kenshi. Kenshi takes place in a world that has been plunged into a technological dark age after an unknown disaster annihilated modern society. And now, everyone's back to...
Wait, let me try what y'all taught me. Okay, it actually works. Jesus Christ, but I went to back. Wait, what the fuck was that? Soldier game. Is this an actual thing? What the fuck?
After an unknown
Soldier
disaster.
make a game console. Fortnite? Okay, why do I have captions on? Fortnite, but Fortnite will not be on the next Soldier console according to... Why did Soldier Boy make a fucking console? How did that turn out? Let me know in the comments if you know.
Annihilated modern society. And now, everyone's back to using straw hats and katanas. Kenshi is actually the canonical sequel to Battle Realms. Many theorize how feudal China ended up looking like this, but the popular opinion is that after endless droughts and famine, the lack of easily available rice and water, which are the two elements needed to form a Chinaman, led to an uncontrolled period of rapid population decline. Seeing that China
I'm interested in how many people they're fucking offended.
was at its weakest, the Australians invaded, and the rest is history. Kenshi plays like some strange hybrid of Mountain Blade, Jagged Alliance, and Def Jam Fight for New York. After about 10 autistic years of development, it's finally here, featuring drug trafficking, human trafficking, and giant enemy crabs. Kenshi, it's got it all. To begin, you need to choose from one of 13 different starting scenarios. You can start as anything from a nameless vagabond, a trader with connections and money to spare, or even a guy who's hit rock bottom. No money, no food, and no masturbation.
I love playing as this fucking start. Basically, you start hungry, naked, without anything in your possession. I think you have 1,000 cash, which is nothing in this fucking universe, and without a fucking arm. It is amazing. It is so fucking good. It's so hard.
The character you start with can be fully customized. You can start as a human, a Shekman, a Bugman, or a Skellyman, which all have their own respective perks and penalties. Humans are, of course, good at everything. Customized. You can start as a human, a Shekman, a Bugman, or a Skellyman, which all have their own respective perks and penalties. Humans are, of course, good at everything. But you know what they're not good at? Surviving acid rain, or swimming in acid, or getting too close to one of these. Bugmen are exceptional at losing limbs and slavery. Are they good at capturing slaves? No, they're good at being slaves. Sheks are good at fighting. They're not good at reasoning, critical thinking, and having any sort of long-term planning. Skellymen are better at everything, which is why everyone's afraid of them. They're also probably responsible for destroying the world. Being perfect comes at a price. You can't heal. You need repairs instead, and good luck finding a mechanic in a desert. However, the character you start with isn't special. They've got stats and skills like everyone else. They can also permanently die.
What he's doing here is he's training his stealth. So in this game you train your skills by doing stuff. It's like Oblivion and Skyrim and all that shit. A little bit different though, because you don't have level ups. So like you start with 1 and the max is 100. So if you fight someone, and also it depends on how good the enemy. So like if you fight someone that's on your skill level, you will not progress as much. If you fight someone way stronger than you, your skills will progress a lot faster.
Like everyone else, a game of Kenshi only truly ends when all of your characters are 6 feet under. There's no real objective in Kenshi. That objective can be whatever you want it to be. Just like getting bullied in high school, the core philosophy of Kenshi is get your shit kicked in and get stronger, survive, and fight another day. Once you get into your first fight, you'll understand what I mean. Kenshi uses a limb-based physics system to determine whether attacks actually connect, and you don't die outright. Usually, your limbs suffer too much damage, forcing you to crawl on the ground or fight with a broken arm, as your broken appendages flail around helplessly. If you spill out too much blood or intestines, you'll collapse unconscious instead. You can still wake up from a trauma and bandage yourself together, or rely on the help of allies to pop your bones back in place and carry you to relative safety. However, take too much damage in a short span of time, and you might permanently lose an arm or a leg. If that happens, you can install prosthetic limbs, but having a bucket instead of a foot isn't exactly ideal, so hold on to those. But if your organs take too much damage...
Okay, some of the prosthetics in the game are better, technically are better than, you know, your arms and legs, normal biological arms and legs, but they're a lot more expensive. Okay, so he didn't really go that deep into it, so I might explain a little bit more. Okay, so let me see a screen where he has... Okay, so these are your health. Each limb has a different health. Usually you go unconscious if your head, blood, or chest goes below 100. And if any of those reach minus 100, you die. That's how it works. And then you have some stats like, what was it, toughness. If your toughness is high enough, it basically means that after you fall unconscious, you wake up a lot faster. Stuff like that. So it's pretty fucking interesting.
Ideal. Furnace, because cremation is a far safer solution than letting your corpse fume up and attract the bone dogs. Remember I said combat uses physics, because understanding that is extremely important. Characters make different swings and motions with different weapons, which also change as you get more experienced. If a swing physically connects with an enemy, it counts as a hit. Not only that, if there were, let's say, 3 enemies standing closely packed together, they'll all get cut by the same swing. Basically, I'm telling you that if you want to die very quickly, gang up on an enemy, because that's a great idea. He'll take a single broad horizontal swing and decapitate your entire team. It's better to have characters duel each enemy or try and overwhelm them with a variety of attacks. You can even do some crazy micro and make your characters manually evade attacks while everyone else flanks them from the side. Combat is really fucking good. It's responsive and only gets more entertaining as you get the hang of it. In the beginning, you're nothing but a walking sack of rice wheat. By the end, you're still a walking sack of rice wheat, but hey, you can stage dive Leviathans like a baller. But combat's only one of many things you do in Kenshi. It's a means to an end, and achieving any of your goals requires money. Money buys you food, equipment, protection, and companions. You can't get anywhere without it, but you can't get it anywhere for free. To make money...
Another thing, depending on how much strength, dexterity, and shit like that you level up, your character's body changes. So like the more strength he has, the more bulky he becomes. The more dexterity he has, the more ripped he becomes. It's fucking good, my guy.
We need to explore, see beautiful and bizarre places with our own sets of risks and challenges, such as dust storms, gas clouds, flesh-eating cannibals, flesh-eating spiders, lack of water.
Anyone that's played Kenshi knows that those spiders are fucking cunts.
Too much water, and this. I don't recommend stepping into one of these, but they can outrun any character, so the only real way of dodging them is by getting out of the way very quickly, or by traveling at night. Luckily, they're not as dangerous once they fall out of the sky. Besides all the different places that can get you killed, there's a lot of interesting people to meet throughout the world. Hey, I think I've had enough of Kenshi for today. Actually, turns out they're completely friendly. They just need some help peeling potatoes. Unfortunately, it turned out I was the potato, and my limbs had to be peeled off. I can conclusively say this is probably the most effective weight loss plan I've ever seen in my life. There's a lot of factions out there, and most of them aren't skin bandits, and once you meet them, you'll realize they're even worse. You can interact with them, help them, and even pledge allegiance to
Chad 2.0. He fucking cheated. Yeah, this is what your character looks like with maximum stats. He has 300 martial arts, which I don't think is possible to achieve. Okay, so one of the most OP things in this fucking game is martial arts. That's basically hand-to-hand combat. It's extremely hard to level up, but if you level adapt shit up high enough, your character starts doing fucking jumping knees. And if it is high enough, your jumping knee are gonna fucking decapitate people in one hit. It is insane.
Their cause,
It's
or
so
you can
fucking
kidnap
fun.
them and execute their leaders, forcing them to crumble under the lack of leadership. Even
He fucking jumping knee that dude, cut off his leg and made him go unconscious.
better, the resulting power vacuum leads to rival factions taking over and potentially expanding across the world. Kenshi lets you do that. It even encourages you to do that. Sooner or later, your nomadic lifestyle of running from city to city will get old. Why pay for methanol poisoning when we can make our own? Why suffer the daily struggle when we can grow our own weed and process it into soft, sticky mounds of hash, which we'll smuggle into the United Cities using Amazon Prime? Here's Hobbs demonstrating our one-day Prime delivery option. He's currently sneaking past the border at a comfortable land speed of 26 miles per hour. The guards don't even
And if you level up your athletic skill high enough, which is how fast your character runs, he starts doing the Naruto run.
see him. If they do, they'll pretend they didn't, intimidated by the man Naruto running through their gates with over 50 kilos of solid hash on his back. As you've probably figured out, you can make your own outpost. At the start, it won't be anything special and you'll be barely scraping by to survive, but once you get some research and technology going, you'll be on your way to establishing a thriving city, provided you don't get murdered, robbed, or eaten while doing so. Setting up an outpost
Which is extremely hard to do, to survive with an outpost. It is extremely hard to do.
changes the game completely. You now have a place to live, but everyone wants to take what they can't have, and they will unless your defenses hold up. Each region has its own set of wildlife and factions that will try and ruin your day. In my case, I set up in the desert. The soil sucked, the crops didn't grow, but at least I was only under attack every day by 4 different factions. Starving bandits kept coming to beg for food. They got a free bolt in the mouth instead. The dust bandits just wanted to kill us. At least they were honest about it. The Sheks kept asking for a good clean fight, so I walled myself off and turned them into pincushions. The Black Dragon Ninjas can go fuck themselves. We're suffering our second famine this season, and it's all because a pack of weeaboos with tin hats keep dabbing away with our bread baskets. And you know what? The raids aren't even the worst part. It was Sundays, Kenshi, where every Sunday is prayer day, and you don't want to skip out on prayer day. Oh, you missed your Bible. Don't worry, this one's on me. Oh, you can't make prayer day because you're in a coma from severe head trauma? I literally do not give a shit. I don't care if there's enemies bashing at your gates, you raise those shits right now, and I'm giving you to the count of 5 to come pray to our Lord and Savior, Okran. If you don't come out right now, I'm gonna burn this place to the ground and kill every blasphemous pagan who takes the name of the Lord in vain. And we're gonna do this every Sunday. Prayer day is the best goddamn day. Unlike those lazy preachers in real life, the Holy Nation priests will personally travel all the way to your base together with their faithful team of heavily armed paladins, and I don't recommend making them upset. If you can survive all of that, having an outpost lets you really expand on your options. You can even assign people to tasks and functions using an automated job system, and essentially sit back while they generate money and get stuck on terrain. After securing a stable source of food, you naturally want more people to eat it. If that doesn't work, buy yourself a couple of animals. They'll eat through your survival rations in no time. Animals are a mixed blessing, so I've arranged them in order of usefulness. Goats, which are walking sacks of meat. Bone dogs, which are the body cleanup crews
fucking
of
love the
Kenshi.
bone dogs.
Very cute. I recommend getting a pack of them just to watch them play fetch with each other. There's also garus and bulls, which are walking sacks of storage space and absolutely essential for trading and carrying all of your stolen ceramic bowls. And finally, there's crabs, which are objectively the greatest animals for both land-based and naval combat. Oh, real funny, Seth. Now, show me a squad of them. I admit, I got really
Okay, what? Not press the right button. Come on. I want to see the names he gave them. Okay. Krablovsky, Krabby Patty, Surimi, Krabata, Get to Work, SpongeBob, Mr. Krabs 2, Crablotomy, Crabalometer, Crab, Chlamydia, straight up Chlamydia, Crab Doodle, crab brulee, the crab, crabber, crab gender neutral, crabby, crabban, crabibi, crabski, Mr. Krabs, the original, crabungo.
Show me a squad of them. I admit, I got really
I've never used crabs in Kenshi. It is insane. I've played so much and I've never used crabs in Kenshi.
uncreative with naming them after the first dozen or so. You're not even limited to a single outpost. You can build an outpost wherever you want. Just be prepared for the consequences once other people start to take notice. From there, the world is your oyster, and it's waiting to be devoured by your legions of domesticated crustaceans. Your characters don't even have to be in the same region as each other. The game keeps track of everything in real time, no matter where they are on the map. You can send squads and expeditions out into the wild, while your peasants work their lives away in your sweatshops. And you sort of have to as well. You can't unlock any of the later research trees without plundering the remains of ancient civilization. So you can finally harness the ancient secrets of eggplant hydroponics. Kenshi is a wonderful, bizarre, and at times absolutely brutal game with a completely unique setting. It's an absolute joy to play, and I've greatly enjoyed watching my life spiral out of control as I feed my newfound addiction. I of course give it the biggest score, and my highest recommendation. I give it 250 stacks of wheat straw over the insane fucking attack range of blood spiders. Seriously, look at that shit. Luckily, you don't
89 fucking damage.
have to deal with it. Kenshi is extremely mod friendly, and most of the issues you have in the game can be easily fixed through modding. I've attached my mod list in the description below, and it should contain the bare essentials to improve gameplay without significantly changing anything. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have a lot of potatoes to peel, but don't worry, I've got a lot of free time. As always, more content to come, so stay tuned. Also, earlier this month I made a shitty website introducing SsethTzeentach.com. Earlier
what the fuck is up?
This month I made a shitty website introducing SsethTzeentach.com. It's hot garbage, but it's also got links to all my videos, especially the banned ones. Come check it out. A warm thanks to the many members of the Merchants Guild generously funding and bankrolling these videos. You're all truly wonderful. Have a good one.
Anyway, let me know what y'all think about this video. Let me know about your Kenshi adventures that you've had. I don't play Kenshi by creating fucking outposts. The most I have in my party is 5 people. 5 elite motherfuckers that go around and kill shit. That's what I do in Kenshi. That's what I do. I don't do. I'm a fucking mercenary. Psychopath. I go and kill shit. That's my Kenshi experience. I love doing like parties of maximum 5 people. Usually 1. And I try to do some random shit. I play it like a fucking adventure RPG, but you can play it as a base building game. That's what's so good about Kenshi. You can play it any fucking way you want. You can be a fucking ninja, a stealth god. You can be a fucking thief, going in nighttime, yoinking shit, running away, getting caught and getting your legs cut off. Shit happens, bro. Just get some electrical legs. They're better. Yes, they make that clanking sound, but it's okay. Now you can outrun the world. Anyway, let me know about your adventures in Kenshi. Like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you next time. Bye. Have a nice fucking day.